Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock, the lesson is about to get started. In case you're new with this, there's a few things I'd like to show you to help you throughout the lesson. For meandering, it's because they are, on purpose. So if you're the kind of person who wants classical training with a step-by-step method, then you're going to want to check out Kloppel Academy on the website. It's included in your live lesson subscription, so you can do both or either. And the upper levels are seriously hard work, but it's going to take you all the way from ground zero all the way up to being ready to enter any major music college as a piano major in classical or jazz. And finally, it's most people's favorite. This is application, where we take the past concepts from other live lessons and we see how they apply to an actual real song that already exists. And since there's like 1,000 different ways to play any song, you're just going to work on the version that is appropriate for your level. So that might just mean playing one note at a time for right now. Or maybe you're working on chords or covering the full song. Or maybe you're just seeing how the song breaks down so you can better write and transcribe your own songs in the future. But whatever your level is, the goal is not this song. So even if you don't play the whole entire song, you'll get better by even attempting a little bit of it, and attempt it we shall. Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin. And this is the incomparable Kendra.
Sometimes. Guess what? I'm very excited because I get to go up to the snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see some of my relatives that I haven't seen in a very long time.
That is.
And we're all going to be safe in social distance and things. But I'm excited because I haven't seen them in like years.
I think people say that even when they're not gonna. Just saying. You know? Like, yeah. In case anyone out there is judging me, I'm not going to do that. And then they go bear hug everybody. I don't know. That's the impression I get. But I'm not accusing you of anything.
Oh.
This is a weird start to a lesson. But, you know, if you were reading the chat, it was even weirder in there.
That's true. The chat is kind of quirky today.
And we have a quirky song. So this is all perfect. This one is called All Blues. It's probably like the one song, like if you just typed jazz into the interweb and clicked enter, this is the song that would come up. It's the most famous song from the most famous album. And now you're going to learn how to play it. It's actually pretty simple. And eventually, once we practice it, it will sound something like this. that's the whole thing. But it's like a 10-minute song or something because they do the same song over and over. And then you solo over it and all the stuff that we're going to learn how to do today. For right now, all you need to know is that there's a lot of B in there. And a B is the note that is just above a group of 3 black notes. So pick any group of 3 black notes and take the one that's to the right and drag it even more to the right until you land on a white note, and that white note will be a B. And we're going to say the words out loud, as we always do. We're going to say C, and then we're going to play that note and then just sidestep once to the right and come right back. So that note up there happens to be a C. You don't have to know the letter names. But we're going to play a B, and then we're going to play B, C, B. Now, if you really wanted to, you could throw in a D, which is the note if you skipped over 4 notes here. You went backwards through the alphabet. B, A, G, F, E, D. Yeah, it's weird. If you just like go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, then you land on a D, and you could throw that in before your little sidestep thingy. So we'd play C, the clear blue sky. And that along with the track would sound something like this. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C, the clear blue sky. Okay, cool. And then we just play those 2 notes again. The 2 little sets, that thing, and then the little sidestep thing. And then we just play only the 2 notes without the full thing up here, so without the sidestep. So first we start out by playing the B, then we play a D with the sidestep, and then we play another D with the sidestep, and then we play a D with just the B. Yeah, that's like the first half of the song, first third of the song is just that section right there. So if you can play a B, pretty much you can get away with almost the whole first third of the song. So B, D, B, C, B, D, B, C, B, D, B. Okay, cool. So we'll practice that up. And then the next thing is going to be a lot slower. We're going to play an A, which is the note right next to the B that we were playing. We're going to go up to the black note, the B flat. So that's the note just below the B. And then up to a C, skipping over the B. And then up to a D, and then come back through all those same notes. So A, B flat, C, D, and then on back, same way you came up. C, B flat, A. And now we're like over halfway through the song. Then we're going to go back up to this one, this B, but probably throw in the D before it. So all of that together is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, the clear blue sky. I'm glad it's you. And I. Then string on the A. C, the sky. I'm glad it's you. And I. And then if you want to, that note kind of slides down to a C, or to a G. So you can just like skip over that note right there. So we'd play the B, and then we would just skip over that note and go down to there. Or if you wanted to, you could play all the notes in between. Or any of the notes that are in between before you get to the G, just like passing through them in order to get to the G. Or you can skip straight to the G, or you can just leave it as it is and hang out on the B. Any of those are pretty much equally right. So you can see here, we've got the B for the word I, and then we would go down to that note perhaps, or not. Then right here, before we move on to the last third of the song, if you did go down to the G, you would just go up a half step to the black note right next to it, the G sharp. So if you're there, it's kind of convenient. If you decide to come down from the B, kind of convenient because we're going to go G sharp and then slide it up to the A. And those are the notes for the words and I'll. And then up to the B flat after that. No, and we're almost done. I know it's a lot to remember. Let's go back and try this, but of course, if you are in the archives, maybe just press pause and see if you can play through all of that so far without me. If you're live with us, then just play all the notes that you can. It's mostly B, so if you get lost, just play a B. You'll probably be on the right note. Let's try it. 3, 4, 5, 6, C. The clear blue sky. I'm glad it's you. And I. See the sky, I'm glad it's you and I. Now we'd go G sharp A, and then B flat, and we have 4 notes left. The A that we were playing before, then a B natural, not B flat this time. I know it's kind of confusing. They go back and forth between the B flat and the B flat. You want to kill the track for me? So this one, for I'll know, and then we are. So basically the same 2 notes, but one of them uses the B flat and one of them uses the B natural. I'll know, we are, and then back to the A, all, back down 1 more note to the G, that's blues, and that is all of all blues. Let's try that. I'm gonna play through it several times. If you're in the archives, probably practice before we jump in this together, but if you're live with us, get all the notes that you can, and then I'll let you know when we're going back to the top again. In case you get lost in the middle, you'll know you can just jump back up to that B and try it again. Let's go. Ready, go. C. The clear blue sky. I'm glad. Sorry, and I messed up. See the sky, I'm glad it's you, and I, and I know we all, let's go again. See the clear blue sky, I'm glad it's you. Go again. See the sky, I'm glad it's you, and I I'll know we are all blues. The sea, the clear blue sky, I'm glad it's you. Okay, you probably want to learn this part next. So we should do that. I'll show you that, and then I'll show you the other comping stuff. But it's kind of an intermediate thing, so maybe we'll save some of that for the intermediate level. But let me show you this first, though. It's going to be a G right here, and then a D, and then a E. So just those 3 notes. And then we're going to go to a D, and then skip over the E this time. So that's kind of the trick there. We go G, D, E, and then D, F. And then go back to the D, E thing again. So, G, D, E, D, F, D, E. And then D, and start it back over again. So, G, D, E, D, F, D, E, D, G. But you're going to want to play that way lower if you want to zoom out here so you can see. We'd probably go down to instead of using this G right here, we'd probably use like this one down here or this one down here. Ooh, I like that. So just practicing that right there. And you can see I'm using my pinky, my pointer, thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, pinky. So just 3 fingers here. I would not tuck your fingers in when you practice it. I'm just showing you what fingers I'm using. Right there. And that would get you through the entire intro. And then I'll show you how to do the rest of the left hand and stuff with the rest of the chords. But first, let's take a quick break here. And let me show you. Actually, Kendra, you want to tell us about our feature of the day, I think is what it's called.
Aha, sound effects. Hey Jamin, it's time to take a break for our feature of the day, which today is the lick of the day, which is the G blues scale.
Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So then, this is what you would use to improvise with starting out when you want to play the blues or all blues in the key of G. The notes that you're going to look for. G, B flat, C, D, F. Those are the ones. And then that would also repeat through other octaves and stuff. So G, B flat, C, D, F could also be played up here. But if I just played those right there, in almost any random order, it would sound with the track something like this. So it's just pretty much those four notes. If I include the next octave up. So that's all just those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. But that's a lie because I did add in this note occasionally right here. The one that's in between the C and the D. So you can use the C sharp, and the D occasionally. I would use that one like to lean into. And there are other notes you could add into, but pretty much just sticking with those ones, and even just those four notes right there. That would be called the G blues scale, and something to start improvising with. And if you're at Clopple Academy level, I think 2 or 3 is where you start having to also sing along with your playing as well. So that'd be a really great thing to start playing the blues scale over the all blues play along track, and try singing along with your playing. But anyway, we need to add in a bunch of chords to this, so let's get back to this after this short break. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.